Welcome back to Bike Two Wheel World. Today, we are taking a detailed look at one of the most interesting adventure-style scooters in the current 400cc class, the 2026 SYM ADX 400TG. This is a scooter designed for riders who want the convenience of an automatic transmission but do not want to be limited to smooth city streets. With its rugged styling, long travel suspension, upright riding position, advanced electronics, practical storage and adventure-focused chassis, the ADX 400 is aiming to create its own space between a conventional maxi scooter and a lightweight adventure motorcycle. The first thing that makes the ADX 400 interesting is the philosophy behind it. Instead of simply taking an ordinary urban scooter and adding a few adventure-looking panels, SYM has built this machine around a more serious crossover concept. The scooter uses a 399cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, CVT automatic transmission, inverted front forks, a progressive rear suspension system, relatively large 15-inch front and 14-inch rear wheels, traction control and ABS. SYM also gives it features specifically intended for rougher surfaces, including an underbody protection plate and selectable electronic assistance. The result is a machine that can be used for commuting during the week and explored on gravel roads and less demanding trails when the weekend arrives. Visually, the ADX 400 immediately stands out. Its bodywork has a muscular, angular character rather than the smooth and conservative appearance of a traditional maxi scooter. SYM says the design draws inspiration from the Smilodon, or saber-toothed tiger, and that inspiration can be seen in the aggressive front lighting and sharp bodywork. The front end has a strong, purposeful appearance, while the side panels create the impression of a machine that is ready to leave the pavement. This is not a scooter trying to hide its adventure ambitions. At the front, the lighting system uses full LED technology, giving the ADX 400 a modern appearance while improving visibility. The distinctive daytime running light signature adds character and makes the scooter recognizable from a distance. The windscreen is manually adjustable, which is a useful feature for riders who spend time both in town and on longer journeys. You can change the amount of wind protection depending on your riding position and conditions, without needing complicated tools or an electric adjustment system. The handlebar is another important part of the adventure concept. Its position and angle are designed to provide a comfortable upright riding posture, and the adjustment capability allows riders to tailor the cockpit to their preferences. Protective hand guards add another layer of practicality, especially when riding on unpaved roads where branches, dust and debris can become a concern. The overall riding position is intended to give the rider good leverage and a commanding view of traffic. Move toward the side of the scooter and the adventure theme becomes even clearer. The bodywork is substantial without looking excessively bulky, and the high-mounted exhaust contributes to the rugged appearance. The floor area is designed with versatility in mind, giving the rider more freedom of movement than the deeply enclosed foot areas found on many conventional scooters, that can become especially useful when standing briefly on rough surfaces. Although this is still an automatic scooter rather than a dedicated enduro motorcycle, the ADX 400 also benefits from a claimed 50 hours 50 minutes weight distribution, with major components positioned centrally. That is important because balance can make a big difference when a scooter is being ridden over uneven surfaces. SYM lists a wet weight of approximately 213 kilograms, so this is certainly not a lightweight machine, but the centralized mass is intended to make that weight feel more manageable. At the rear, the design continues the tough theme. The bodywork is compact and purposeful, with LED lighting completing the modern appearance. The high ground clearance and protective lower section reinforce the idea that this scooter is meant to cope with more than perfectly maintained asphalt. The ground clearance is around 160 mm, giving the ADX 400 additional breathing room when dealing with rough roads, shallow ruts and uneven surfaces. Now let's talk about the engine, because this is one of the most important parts of the ADX 400 package. The scooter is powered by a 399cc, 4-stroke, liquid-cooled, single-cylinder engine. According to current specifications, It produces around 35 horsepower at approximately 7,000 revolutions per minute and 37.2 Newton-meters of torque at about 5,500 revolutions per minute. Those numbers put the ADX 400 firmly into the performance-oriented middleweight scooter category. One of the most interesting technologies inside the engine is SYM's Hyper-VVS variable valve system. The system is designed to help the engine deliver useful performance across a wider range of operating conditions. Rather than focusing exclusively on high RPM power, the engine is engineered to provide strong low and mid-range response while still breathing effectively at higher engine speeds. For a crossover scooter, that broad power delivery makes sense because the machine needs to feel comfortable in traffic as well as during faster road riding. That is our detailed look at the 2026 SYM ADX 400 TG. From its aggressive styling and practical storage to its 399cc Hyper-VVS engine, sophisticated suspension, traction control, configurable ABS and crossover capability, this scooter brings a lot to the table. The pricing around the A-Negation 6,800 A-Negation 7,300 range in European markets makes its equipment package particularly interesting, although buyers should always check the official price and specification for their own country. If you enjoyed this review, stay connected with Bike2Wheel World for more detailed motorcycle and scooter reviews, new model explanations, specifications, performance discussions and the latest two-wheel machines from around the world. The road is always changing, new bikes are always arriving, and there is always another machine worth discovering. Until the next review, ride smart, respect the road, and keep exploring.